is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about 5 things you guys need to know that the average person that plays my team doesn't know in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. And we're not going to be talking anything about gameplay. We're going to be talking a lot about the auction house tips and tricks and just stuff that can help you make MT more than anything else in my team. Because look, I can give you guys, offensive tips, defensive tips, but if you don't have a good team, nothing else really does matter. Now, just know I've got this team with 5 million MT, and I have not bought MT since I got banned. And when I got banned, I was not in a good position. My net worth of my account, I don't know, was maybe 2 million MT. It was not that great. So just kind of know that in the back of your minds, I've done a lot to build my account without doing anything with buying MT. Now, before we dive any further into that, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is badges. Now, with badges, there's a lot of different things to talk about. Now, most badges are going to sell for probably 550 MT. They're not going to sell for a lot. So when we look at a badge like Rise Up, it is super rare. I just listed one for 79, and we'll see if it sells. It probably will. And I have a ton of them. Boom, we'll talk about why and how I have so many. But it's important to note it goes for a lot. Because, again, a lot of these badges you might just mindlessly put up for 550. Because, again, most of these badges are going to probably sell for max about 550. But it's important to know which badges sell for a lot so you don't accidentally quick sell it or put it up for cheap. Rise Up is a badge that sometimes goes for a lot. Blinders, Deadeye especially sometimes can sell for a lot as well, or a little bit more. And then there's a really big badge in Mismatch Expert that oftentimes sells for quite a bit. Now, why? Again, it is super rare. Cards, like a lot of the free cards, I think like Earl Lloyd, Chuck Cooper, they didn't get these badges last week. And so everybody is looking for these badges. So it's important to know and take advantage of that, because even this bronze Mismatch Expert, boom, if I can get 67,000 MT from it, boom, those things add up. Because if let's say my Mismatch Expert and Rise Up sell, and let's say my Rise Up sells, and I've got 14 more of them, that is very, very important. Now, why is that valuable? Why is that important? Well, that gets me to my next topic in my next point, okay? Daily events. You guys can see in the bottom left, it says stay tuned for the next limited time event. I take advantage of these limited time events sometimes. Now, what is a type of an event that I would take advantage of? Well, there was an event last week that was earn a badge pack after every win. Now, how did I take advantage of that? It was in different ways, okay? The first thing I did was badges were being spammed for 250 on the auction house. So I did this, literally on every badge. I bid 250 on it. The worst thing is a couple days later, there's going to be a daily agenda that says acquire a badge, and you're going to be able to sell it for 550, 600 MT, doubling every bit of MT you're putting into it. But you're also, I spam triple threat offline. I win as many games as possible. You can win 20 games in an hour. Boom. That's extra badges, 10,000 MT at minimum. Then if you pull a Mismatch Expert, Rise Up from them, then you're even further up. But you guys see the 14 Rise Ups on silver that I got in here? How did I get them? I got them all for 250 MT. That's how I got them. By spamming that filter. Nobody was bidding on them while I was, and that is how I ended up with them. Again, for a lot of the other badges, again, since I spammed it, I have a lot of just badges sitting around. You guys can see the badges in here. I just have a ton of them. And for a lot of them, it's not going to end up being really worth it because they're not going to end up selling for that much. But some end up doing, like Rise Up. Again, I can end up making a ton of extra MT on that. And again, Menace for 25 or 250 MT. At minimum, boom, I'll be able to make 550 off of it in a couple of days when that badge is important, is valuable again. So just stay tuned to the limited time events, guys. I can't stress that enough. Sometimes it'll be earn 250 MT for every triple threat offline win. Okay, you guys might not think that's a lot, But that's an extra basically 5,000 MT if you do grind triple threat offline for an hour. Maybe you'll get a rush equal chance pack. Maybe you'll get a player pack. Maybe you'll get the 1250 MT. And that is how you have to grind this year. You can't just get rewarded by grinding random modes this year. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. You've got to get gritty with it. The third thing I want to talk about is prize balls, okay? And you guys can see I've got a ton of Sapphire prize balls sitting in my collection. Now, why? Why do I have a bunch of Sapphire prize balls? Well, I got all of those prize balls for less than 1,500 MT, okay? And what comes out of the Sapphire prize balls, why do I like the Sapphire prize balls so much? Because a lot of times out of the Sapphire prize balls, you'll either get like 3,000 MT, 3,500, 4,000, 4,500 MT. Now, there will be times, boom, love it. That's perfect. Anything under 1,500, I would take out of the Sapphire prize ball. But sometimes you'll get, 10 tokens. Sometimes you'll get 13 tokens. So sometimes you won't necessarily get MT out of them. But again, I think you're getting value if you can get it for 1,500 MT or less. And so that's why a lot of times I'll just sit here and refresh on prize balls because you can make some MT on them. I'm weird when it comes to stuff like this. When you're wondering, Ty, how do you have so much MT? It's because I'm weird, okay? That's just the truth behind it. But yes, I spam these, put them in my lineup always, and then when I'm playing the game, it'll crack. If I get 5,000 MT, cool. If I get 13 tokens, cool. I'm getting value out of it, and I know that at the end of the day. You can try it with other prize balls too. I'm not saying Sapphire prize balls are the be-all, end-all. You guys can leave the comments. Leave your favorite prize ball down below in the comments to help others out. But it's as simple as that, man. You can try different prize balls out, see which one you like more, but there's MT to be made with prize balls is the point of this. Even if you just want to snipe them, there's MT to be made here, okay? I'm just laying that out for you guys. You don't have to necessarily take advantage of it like I do, but there is MT to be made here on prize balls in general. The next thing I gotta get into is the exhibitions. There's certain people out there that will say, do you guys remember when exhibitions were a thing? They still are a thing. 100% exhibitions are still a thing. And I probably make, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a ton of MT. But just by adding these to them, I probably make right around 10,000 MT a week on these exhibitions. Which you guys might not think is that much, is a ton. But in a month, I probably make nearly 50,000 extra MT just by adding things to the exhibition. Now, obviously, I've got a lot of cards on this account. So I'm able to, fill them pretty easily. On my nobody spent, I probably make, 3,000 MT a week, not nearly as much, but still something. It adds up, okay? I'm not trying to sit here and tell you guys that exhibitions are, just the MT glitch, this and that. But it helps you add things together. So, if you know the badges or shoe boosts, like Speed with Ball shoe boost, I didn't even talk about that, sell for a lot. You can make MT by just being smart and knowing what prices are. Like, I know Speed with Ball normally sells for more, especially at the end of seasons instead of the start of seasons as well. But if you know these type of things that I've talked about so far, right, where you're doing prize balls, you're effective with that, okay? You're doing exhibitions. You're knowing that what badges are worth a lot, what shoe boosts are worth a lot. And then you combo those up with the daily events. Not always. Like if there's, let's say, 1 token for every limited win, who cares really? But sometimes the limited time events are worth doing. And then you combo that up with my last one, which is simply put, making MT on random filters. You can have so much success. Now, what does making MT on random filters really look like? Well, this is really what it looks like. Tyson Chandler, see what his price is. 6,000, 5,000 MT, cool. If there's one up for 3,000 MT, I'll snipe it, I'll resell it. It's as simple as this. Going to a KPJ filter, okay? So there's a KPJ for 15,000 MT, which there might be, snipe it, resell it. Do this on random filters. Like, it doesn't have to be anything special. Big Z, okay, cool. If there's a Big Z, let's say with 30 Hall of Famers going for a base price, you're gonna want to snipe it. Now, always scroll basically to that 4-hour mark. That's where all the snipes are going to be at. But that's kind of what I'm talking about. And you don't even have to do it like this. You can do it with any specific snipe filter you want. You want to snipe badges, cool. You can snipe badges for cheap. Plant Breaker for 300 MT. At minimum, it's going to sell for 550 in a couple of days. You can do it on any filter. There's so much MT to be made here. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. You specifically just have to take advantage of it. AK, another guy, you might find an AK with 40 Hall of Famers for 20,000 MT. Boom, snipe that, resell it for a lot more, and you are going to see your MT grow. I'm telling you guys, there is so much MT to be out there. You just have to get gritty. And yes, it's not just by playing the game, but these simple tips and tricks are just tricks most people don't know, but that can help you guys build your squad up. Again, I don't have the best squad in the game. I'm not going to sit there and say that, but I have an absolutely incredible squad, and I could get nearly the best squad in the game, and I don't even play the game that much. It's as simple as when I'm recording a video talking about budget players, okay? If I'm talking about AK, and then there's an AK up for a snipe, boom, I snipe it, resell it. It's that simple. It is that easy. I don't do anything that special. I'm knowledgeable. I use prize balls. I am smart when I sell shoe boosts, stuff like that. And it all does add up. It does. And you guys might not think that I know what I'm doing or that it's that big of a deal. But trust me when I do tell you guys, it adds up and you can definitely be rewarded with it. Because even like a speed with ball, again, some people would see this and be like, oh, it's probably not worth anything. It's probably worth 1,000 MT. And in reality, it's worth 6,700 MT. So those simple tips and tricks can help you guys out, can take you places. You guys can see that Mo Bamba that just sold for 9,700. I sniped it for 7,000. Boom, there's 2,000 MT profit. Those type of things can help you guys build your account. You guys can start from the ground up and still get the job done. Where I'd really recommend starting, guys, if let's say you have 50,000 MT, work on prize balls, okay? Work on prize balls, work on maybe flipping badges. Those little things, those little profits, in turn, you can turn around and really kind of can help you guys jumpstart your account in general. Let me know if any of these tips and tricks help you guys out. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you already do it. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.